All right, let's talk about objects. Objects are the objective. Objects are a way to make variable names inside of another variable. They come in a key value pair. We looked at this very briefly quite a while ago. The value can be pretty much anything. It can even be another object. And these are super useful when grouping variables together. So as a recap, we could have let person is equal to, and then this is an object. And if we ever wanted to make sure that it was an object, we could do type of, and then the variable name, and it says it's an object. Now we could change this. We could say person is equal to, and then just an opening curly brace, and the name is going to be me, Caleb. And my job is going to be teaching you JavaScript, and then a closing curly brace. And so this is the syntax here. We've got a variable name is equal to, and I've already defined it as a let, so I'm just using the variable name and not just let person, as in, I'm not writing let, I'm just writing person. It doesn't really matter at this point because it's already been declared up here. But person is equal to, opening curly brace, this is a key, this is a value, comma, key, colon, value. And we could add more and more in here. And these don't need to be strings either. Well, the key should probably be a string. So we could say the age, and then my age is going to be 31. And then fave foods is going to be, let's make this an array. We haven't really talked about arrays too much, but let's make this an array of pizza, tacos, and subs. And so when I type in person now, we can see that we get this object. Age, fave foods has an item with 3 items, or has an array with 3 items in it. Job, teaching you JavaScript, name is Caleb. Now, if I wanted to access this, I can clear this out, by the way. Type in person. If I wanted to access this, I could do person. And this is actually trying to autofill it for me. But I could do age. And all this is doing is saying person, subscript this into the age. So get this person and then grab this age key, and it's going to spit out the value of whatever that is. So it's going to look this up. It's going to look up the age key, and it's going to then spit out that value. And this is going to say 31. Likewise, if I said job, this is going to look up this whole object. It's going to then look up the job and spit out teaching you JavaScript because it's looking for this match here. It's looking for the key. So you go object, key, and then you're going to get the value of that key, teaching you JavaScript. And that is pretty much all there is to it. Now, you might be thinking, well, why would I ever use this? Well, because you could say const name is equal to Caleb. Then you could say const age is equal to 31. Then you could say const job is equal to, I don't know, coder. Now, that's all fun and games, but what if we need to talk about a second person? Now we're talking about const name 2 is equal to Zephyr. Const age 2 is equal to 4. He's a cat, by the way. Const job 2 is equal to napping. But look at all these different variables we have. We've got name, age, job. Name 2, age 2, job 2. Whereas we could say person, given all this information in here, we could also do the same thing for another person or a cat. We could group all of it together and we could say cat. Const cat is equal to name, Zephyr, words, meow, action, nap, size, big. He's a big cat. And so now instead of having to write const cat name or cat name or const cat words or const cat action, I can simply write cat action. And that looks it up for me. Looks it up by its name, which is really, really nice. And that is an object in a nutshell. Now we're going to be using a lot of these in the future, and you're going to be using a lot of these when you write JavaScript in production, in the real world for a real client. You're going to be using these all the time, so it's really good to get familiar with these. What I would like you to do now is create a person object and a cat object. go ahead and give them random keys and values. Key value pairs is what they're called. So like cat has a name, he has words or a word, he just says meow. And then an action, he naps, and size is big. Or a person can have like a name, a job, a bunch of favorite foods, and age, all sorts of stuff. Go ahead, give that a shot, create a couple of different objects, and then try to access some of the values that you see in here down the right side by the key that you see on the left side.